Exactly in store, briefly was mentioned by me. The ever-smiling and inspiring leader, the chairman of the IMS Foundation, was also incidentally the past president of Laghu Udyog Bharati. I would request Shri HVS Krishna for the opening remarks and welcome speech. Bandhugale, ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿ Shri HVS Krishna.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Shri Sunil Deodar ji, member of our advisory board of IMS 2025 and also a founder of My Home India. It's a great organization. And Shri Manoj Jain ji, chairman and managing director of Bharat Electronics Limited. AVM Rishi Seth ji, VSM Indian Air Force. And VSM HS Shankar, CMD Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited. Shri TK Ramesh, Managing Director of Yes Designers Limited. Mr. Suhas Gopinath is just about to come. Maybe within a few minutes he'll going to join us. He's here in the traffic. And my colleague, Mr. Narayan Prasanna, and Srinivas, Director Projects, IML. Honorable guests, industry leaders and esteemed colleagues, distinguished invitees, participants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of India Manufacturing Show, I may extend my warm welcome to all the people who are here for the curtain raiser of our next event, India Manufacturing Show 2025 at Bengaluru International Exhibition Center on 6th, 7th, 8th of this November. I'm very happy to announce you today, we got a very, very good support from the Ministry of Defense and Ministry of MSME and Government of Karnataka and all other departments.
So aerospace and defense, automation and robotics, electrical and electronics, testing and measuring equipment, general engineering, pumps and valves. All these sectors will be showcased here, and this will go a long way towards the Make in India and making India future ready, that we are all set to make India bigger, better and stronger. But the clapping was not strong. Yeah. The power of India there.
Thank you. Ellarigu namaskara. Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this landmark occasion, the curtain raiser of the India Manufacturing Show. A very special and respectful welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Shri Sunil Deodar ji, member advisory board IMS 2025 and founder of My Home India. We are also honored by the presence of the guests of honor from the industry, thought leaders who continue to shape the future of Indian manufacturing. Your presence here today is a strong endorsement of the vision and potential of IMS 2025. Today, we embark on a journey that leads us to the 7th edition of India's premier manufacturing exhibition, IMS 2025, an event that proudly carries the theme where innovation meets application, a space where forward-thinking ideas meet real-world implementations. India Manufacturing Show IMS 2025 is jointly organized by Laghu Udyog Bharati and India Exposition Mart Limited. IMS 2025 is not just an exhibition, it's a celebration of India's manufacturing prowess. Returning in a new and expanded avatar, IMS 2025 offers a multi-sectoral platform where innovations across domains are not only showcased but also seen in action through real-world applications. This is where technology, enterprise, and industry converge. IMS 2025 will encompass and focus on 6 major sectors: aerospace and defense, automation and robotics, electrical and electronics, pumps and valves, testing and measuring equipment, and general engineering. So, from legacy manufacturing practices to cutting edge technology, IMS 2025 embraces the entire spectrum of industry evolution. Now, let's take a look at some of the macroeconomic indicators of these sectors which are on focus. As you can see, the aerospace and defense is estimated to grow as US dollar 70 billion by the year 2030. Similarly, electrical and electronics with a compounded annual growth rate of 11.68% by the year 2027. Automation and robotics at 14%, along with the integrated manufacturing. General engineering, as you all know, contributes to almost 1.8% of the nation's GDP. Pumps and valves is valued at around $941 million in 2024, but is expected to reach 1428 million by the year 2023. Testing and measuring equipment, which supplements most of the manufacturing activities, it's known as quality-centric manufacturing. It's growing at 8% CAGR. So each of these focus sectors reflect India's aspirations and potential for global leadership. We will also bring attention to the key macroeconomic indicators, policy incentives, and technology trends shaping these sectors. Our aim is to inspire investment, collaboration, and innovation, all of which is vital in shaping India's industrial future. Some of the key highlights: the 7th edition of IMS promises to be the biggest and the most impactful yet. Larger exhibition footprint, higher level of industry participation, greater business opportunities for both exhibitors and visitors. So this is a platform designed to create milestones, facilitate partnerships, and enable growth. Some of the key exhibitors, as you can see, all the big names are here, who have been supporting IMS and been actively participating. Some of the names which I can mention is Ace Micromatic, BEL, name them, they are all there at the show. Now let's look at the ongoing marketing campaign. So IMS 2025 is backed by an extensive multi-platform marketing campaign with visibility leading across trade publications, digital media, and sector-specific portals. We in IML are ensuring maximum exposure for our participants. This visibility is already driving serious business interest, and inquiries are coming in from across India and beyond. We are happy to inform you that we have a wide visibility in the trade magazines. As you can see on the screen, we have tied up with Pinia Industries Association, CASIA, Codicea, and so on to give a wide publicity for the show. We have ensured visibility amongst all this, which are focusing on diverse industry sectors. Coming to the strategic outreach, as Mr. Krishnaji has already mentioned, we are really proud to be associated with Ministry of Defense and DRDO, CEMILAC, the Center for Military Airworthiness and Certification Body, and CIT, and also the public sector units like HAL, BEL, and BEML. A special feature of this IMS edition is the MSME Pavilion supported by key government departments. You can have a look at the buyers profiles here. We have already started the visitor promotion campaign. You will get a lot of visitors. So the IMS 2025 will host top quality buyers thanks to the strong backing by 12 leading industry associations. We are focused on enabling meaningful B2B interactions where buyers with clear intent and exhibitors are prepared with real solutions. This buyer-seller engagement will be one of the defining features of the show. As I mentioned, we are happy to have the support of 12 leading associations: FKCCI, BCIC, CASIA, Pinia Industries Association, LCA, CIT, CLIC, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, Hosur Industries Association, FOKIA, Machine Tool Association, and Additive Manufacturing Society of India. So the momentum is already building. As Mr. Krishnaji mentioned, 60% of the exhibition space is already booked. We have already about 245 exhibitors on board. Plus, we already have confirmed participation, which includes BFW, Bharat Electronics, DRDO, CSIR, Ace Micromatic Group, SASMOS, Alpha Design, Marpos, and many more. And we are also in discussions with several major players who will soon come on board. So as we stand on the threshold of this ambitious journey, I invite all of you to be a part of the movement to shape the future of Indian manufacturing. So let's come together to make IMS not just a grand success, but a defining moment for India's industrial growth. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we look forward to your continued patronage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Srinivas, for giving us the highlights and, of course, the key highlights, in fact. But when you're there physically, that will be a much, much better experience. Thank you very much. At this juncture, I would request Sri HVS Krishna, the chairman of IMS Foundation, to felicitate Sri Sunil Devdar, member advisory board for IMS and founder of My Home India. Thank you, Shri Sunil Devdar, for your presence and inaugurating the expo. I would call upon Shri Shrikanta Datta, All India Vice President of Laghu Udyog Bharati, to hand over memento and felicitate Shri Manoj Jain, CMD of BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. I would request Shri Jitendra Singh, defense expert, to felicitate AVM Shri Rishi Seth, VSM of Indian Air Force. Thank you, AVM Shri Rishi Seth. I would also request Shri Narayan Prasanna, the President of Laghu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka, to felicitate Colonel H.S. Shankar, VSM retired CMD of Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited. Welcome, Colonel H.S. Shankar, VSM. I would now request MG Srinivas, Director of India Exposition Mart, to felicitate Shri T.K. Ramesh, MD of Ace Designers. Thank you very much, Shri Ramesh. I would request Shri K.M. Ravi Kumar, the General Secretary of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, to come over and felicitate the CEO of Globals Incorporated, Shri Suhas Gopinath. The young achiever, put your hands together for Shri Suhas Gopinath. Thank you. I'd request the dignitaries on the stage to kindly be seated. Well, we also have some of the industry leaders in the audience. We would like to hand over a bouquet from the office bearers of Karnataka, Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka. Shri Chandrasekhar, founder and managing director of SASMOS. I would request Shri Chandrasekhar to kindly stand up so that we'll be able to felicitate you. Chandrasekhar. Okay, Dr. Abhay Pashilkar, Director of NAL. Dr. Indu Shekhar, Director of Debel. Okay. Shri Prasad, Chief Executive of Similac. They've all sent in their best wishes. Commodore Venkatesh Iyer of Indian Navy. Yeah. Sorry, we would request when I announce the name, if you're there in the audience, I request you to kindly stand up so that our colleagues will be able to come and felicitate you. Shri C.S. Patil, Director of IMD. Are you there, sir? Okay. Shri Manoj Yadav, GM of HAL Asia. Shri Partha Sarthi, a former ambassador for USA. Shri Partha Sarthi, yeah, he's there. Alli there. We also have Shri Veshala Gajraj, Senior Trade Officer from the Consulate General of the State of Israel. I would request you to kindly. Shri Arun Patil of CADMAX. Colonel Ripudaman Singh Rana from the Indian Army. Shri Umesh from Motherson Aerospace. And of course, not to forget Lakshmi Shri TD, who rendered a very soulful invocation. Thank you very much. It's now time to listen to the words of wisdom of the dignitaries on the dais. First of all, I would request the Chairman and Managing Director of Bharat Electronics Limited, BL, Shri Manoj Jain, for his address.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected guests on the dais, off the dais, and dear friends. BL is proud to be associated with IMS 25, which is actually for Bell's benefit. That much only I can tell you. We are eagerly waiting to be associated and be part of it from 6th to 8th November. I myself will be personally be there along with my senior colleagues. Mainly to understand both sides. Means whatsoever our MSME friends especially are facing issues with us, as well as whatsoever learnings and other sharing of the data from our side, so that we all can work together in this collaborative world. Because more and more of big industries works with small industries. That is the main motto of all of us. And that requires bending from both the sides. Actually, slight bending from, or more bending from the bigger industries, mainly because we are constrained by rules, regulations, processes, etc., audits. But we have to be more and more flexible. And of course, from MSME and industry side also, small industry side also, some flexibility to understand us, understand and respect our processes also. And one important thing, especially in aerospace and defense, is the quality and certification requirements. These two are quite unique for this industry, I should say, or actually they only decide somebody to be in or out in this particular domain of aerospace and defense. So my request to the industry is understand these two concepts in a slightly more greater details, because we can't compromise on quality at all. That is very, very much important. And to ensure that whether quality of product is good from design principles till real manufacturing, certification or evaluation is also equally important. So these two aspects, if industry understands, they can definitely work with big industries like us or HAL or Alpha Design or all other big industries who are there on this side, and some big industries are there on the other side also. The small industries can really work together in the synergistic fashion That requires great understanding both the sides. And of course, as I told earlier, more onus is on the big industry side. How much more adaptable we are, how much more approachable we are, how much more handholding we can do while the product is first time inducted in the larger systems. So that we have to do. Of course, by not violating any rules, but changing the mindset. If we have a right mindset, then definitely we can find the ways complying the rules also. So this mindset of ours is very much important. That's why I told more bending is required from big industries side, how to work in a more cohesive way with our MSME partners. One, of course, main issue typically which affects both the sides, let me tell you, is the payments, the timely payments to MSMEs. We are putting all our efforts for that. But as I told, aerospace and defense is slightly different. We are finding a lot of challenges in this. And the main challenge is the proper documentation which is required when you deliver our items to us. Because many a times we find the documentation is not proper, or it lacks, even if it lacks 1% also, the whole of the payment is stopped just because of that 1% of documents. A simple example is like GST payment. Many times GST payment of yours is not reflected in the system. And our finance will say, till it is reflected, I can't pay. Small issue, but it affects the payments. So my request to the other side also is please respect these documents also. Because you are delivering good products, that is definitely required for us. But this type of a documents also are very much required for companies, especially companies like PSUs, where this documents only speaks out when it is being processed for payments. So please make sure all these things. So these type of things further we will discuss when we are sitting together during 6 to 8 November and understand each other in a much more greater way. And I congratulate organizing team. This curtain raiser itself looks like the main event. So thanks to you for really organizing it in a really grand way, giving us real motivation and thrill what is going to be next in the real main show. The drama itself is so beautiful, the main picture abhi baki hai. So my best wishes to all of you, and we are there to support and to learning each other's and work in this collaborative environment of big industry, small industry, really working together. So I am eagerly waiting for IMS 25 main event to come. Best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Total support from the Bharat Electronics Limited. Thank you, Shri Manoj Jain, for your inspiring address. I would now request the Chairman and Managing Director of Alpha Design Technologies, Colonel H.S. Shankar, VSM, retired, for his address. Please welcome.
All the dignitaries on the dais, all the dignitaries sitting in front of me, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor that IMS has bestowed on all of us to have asked us to come and then be with you and spend a pleasant morning session of a very, very important event that is going to take place in the month of November beginning. And like my dear friend Manoj Jain said, you know, the sample itself is very good. So we always base our quality standards on having a sampling test done. And in that you have proved yourself that the curtain raiser itself is of such a high standard that one can very well imagine how the main event would take place in November. And, you know, I'm representing probably both the sides of medium-scale industries as well as on the side of big industries, because I served in a very big industry, that is Bharat Electronics, as its Director R&D from 1994 to 2003. Sorry, 1996 to 2003. And after which we started this organization, Alpha Design Technologies, as a 3-member organization, and in a small, rented apartment, and then gradually expanded as the market expands. And as you know, when you start an organization, you come with some background of having been in the greatest of great organizations, that is Indian Defense Forces. I was in the army for 22 years. And after that in Bharat Electronics, another most renowned and one of the most valuable and valued organization. And then of course to the private sector. And from three-member team, we gradually expanded as the market expanded. We tried to put our own speed with its growth and expansion. And today we are about 1,200 people strong, with about 700 young engineers who are our backbone. And I'm glad to say, out of the 700 engineers, the ladies who are here would be glad to know more than about 45% are ladies, and they do as good a job as anybody else. In fact, in one of the earlier seminars, I made the mistake of saying that they do better job than our male engineers, and quite a few of the male engineers came to me with lots of complaints, and then they said that you mean to say that we are not doing our job, like that. So this time I have corrected myself. That's why I said the ladies do as good a job as the men. So whatever. So it was a very interesting example. In fact, they are now talking about startups and all that. And probably we have the original people who started the startups concept of 3 to 1,200. But one of the changes, if I may dwell upon that aspect of startups, what I find is that quite a few of the startups spend, instead of spending their energy in building critical and crucial technologies for which they are very well suited, they unfortunately run around for getting the finances. Because once you have set up an organization of 3 or 4 engineers who have come out of engineering colleges or IITs, they would have to have funds generated to run that organization to make it, above the sea level, as you may call. So there's time and effort instead of spending for the development of particular technology, critical technology. There a lot of time, at least about 40 to 50% of their time, is spent in running around the investors, in convincing them to fund their projects and all that. So if some methodology can be found to take out this mindset and the time spent by the startups, that would be of great help, both to the bigger organization and of course to the startups. In this respect, I have seen quite a few of the initiatives taken by both BEL and HIL. In fact, they have organized their own setups. They are spending a lot of money on building up their own, next generation of, entrepreneurs in terms of helping out the startups, and set up also in their own organizations. I have seen certain areas where the startups can come, establish their own setup, and test equipment and all these things also are provided by the main companies, and then they develop the technologies. That's a wonderful methodology, and I'm sure in the months to come or the years to come, it will spread its wing to achieve greater glory and success. And in this, of course, they are also being helped by the small and medium scale industries, because it is of their advantage, that the technologies are built up and the production methodology or production work is undertaken by the small and medium scale industries, because ultimately what the major or bigger public sector enterprises or even the customers would require is the end product. They are not interested, they are interested of course, They want the indigenous technologies to be developed. But when they want to use it as part of their system, they want the developed systems to be available to them at very short notice. And in that respect, to cater for that, there has to be a proper coordination, cooperation, and systems developed between the startups, small scale industries, medium scale industries, and of course the bigger public sector enterprises. It is heartening to note that quite a large number of projects and products from Government of India in the field of aerospace and other defense equipment is coming to the private sector. And in this private sector, don't be carried away. I'm telling my Laghu Udyog friends, don't be carried away that most of the projects come to bigger organizations like Bell and HEL. They always utilize the facilities. In fact, in one of the earlier meetings, I was talking to the chairman of HEL, whose general manager is here, that he was telling me that almost about 50% is being subcontracted and they are dependent on the vendors. And I know, having served with Bharat Electronics, it is the same over there, if not more. So we have to ensure that what Mr. Manoj Jain said of meeting the quality standards and the time frames that are required to be met, because this is required for the ultimate product or the system to reach the customer also. So these two aspects will have to be kept in mind, and a nature of cooperation between the small scale industries themselves, medium scale industries and startups will have to be developed in a proper way, so that each makes out and shares the experience which they have, a plus and minus, and try to make out a proper scheme or a system to be enunciated in all spheres. With respect to the support being given to the industries like all of us, from public sectors, I may quote two examples. One with HAL, where they have divided this complete, the light combat aircraft into 5 portions, and that is the front cockpit portion of it, the wings, and then the center fuselage and the rear fuselage. And they have given each one of these complete systems almost to the private sector industries. We have been one of the recipients through one of our companies, Alpha Tokal, and they have been very gracious to have given the orders for almost first 25 light combat aircrafts, which will continue, I'm sure, to the 85 or 86 numbers that is already there with them, and it will progress in the same manner. So this will usher in, with which we followed for Sukhoi aircrafts also with HAL. This will usher in for the other major aircrafts that HAL is bound to get, and they are already getting in other fields like helicopters and other fighter aircrafts. As far as BEL is concerned also, they had for one of their missile for the helicopters, Mi-17 upgradation and Cheetah upgradation. And for that, the major system would go from BEL. But one of the critical parts for that, called as missile launch detection systems or MILDS, they trusted us and gave the order to us. And we tied up with a German company, forerunner of EADS, called as Hensoldt, and we are making that as a major part, I would say, to the complete system of missile launch systems. So when this thing came of repeat orders at that time, in fact, Mr. Manoj Jain was head of the group that was doing this particular task in Bell before he became the chairman. He took a stand that, look, we are supporting an industry. So let us do that, even though the Germans came to him and asked him that, look, why don't you do it yourself? Why do you want to do it through another organization in India? We will give you whatever help that is necessary and all that. And lo and behold, and we should all be grateful for such sort of favors and the help that is given by the industry. They all ruled that no, it will be done by the Indian industry. And so that is the spirit with which we work. And we work also with the companies abroad, like Elbit. We have got a lot of, in fact, 3 joint venture companies here itself in Bangalore, one in Hyderabad. We make unmanned aerial vehicles, and you may have heard the name as part of the Operation Sindoor, that is the Sky Striker. We make together with them. And then, of course, all the fire control systems, thermal imager sites for the tanks, all of them we do it together. But in fact, in one of the earlier occasions where we had a inter-India-Israel technical coordination meeting, I'm telling this for the interest of our friends from Israeli embassy. We had the Israeli deputy prime minister coming in, taking a meeting. And in that we told, they said, tell me about the problems from Israeli industries. What is the problem you find? I said that biggest problem is their aggressiveness. They're so aggressive that, you see, we have our holidays, half holidays on Saturday, full holidays on Sunday. Unfortunately, this particular country, they work on Saturdays, they work on Sundays also. So with the result that, we have hardly any rest on these days. So please make your holidays cater to our holidays. But somehow it has not happened. So this is a food for thought from our Israeli friends. So like that we have lots of such things. So my suggestion to all of you friends is that let us work together as our own industrial groups, and for that organizations like this and the seminars as well as the exhibitions as well as the thrust that is being given through IMS would be a great advantage. It will be of great help. We fully thank and fully support IMS in all its activities and in developing further the interests of both of us and of course the major industries and the customer ultimately. So with this, I would like to thank you once again, thank the organizers once again, wish the IMS all the best, and a big gathering will be there from, of course, our industries and also, I'm sure, from lots of visitors. So thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Jai IMS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel H.S. Shankar. And in fact, the message is to be united, and united as a team will ensure that we will be successful. Thank you, sir. We would like to recognize some of the dignitaries who are there in the audience. First of all, Shripati ji, SIDBI General Manager. Ms. Meenakshi Dubey from Ducom Aerospace. Thank you very much, ma'am. Amruta Tiwari of Indo-American Chamber. Yeah. The representative from Kasia. Kasiaದಿಂದ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದಿರೋ ದಯಮಾಡಿ. Yeah, ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And how can we forget Pinya Industries Association? Pinya Industries Association ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳು. Yeah, ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And how can we forget one of the senior most technocrat of the state, Sri Jacob Krasta, FKCCI. And also the representative of Awake. Shri Vijay Simha, DGM TC of MSME TC Bengaluru. Mr. Madhav, President of TEAC, of CLIck, yeah. Thank you very much. I would now request the Managing Director of ACE Designers, Shri T.K. Ramesh, for his address.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries on the dais, and dignitaries on the other side. Three very quick, brief points that I'd like to address. Knowledge sharing, creating of platforms to dissipate knowledge is an extremely important requirement, and Laghu Udyog Bharat has been doing this for decades, and IMS is one such platform. We have used this platform. It is significantly helpful, and it brings to us participants, visitors, and also the bigger companies that are coming into these exhibitions looking for support, help, vendors, new and existing contacts with renewed capabilities. Many of my fellow dignitaries on the dais have already spoken to you about the success of the prior IMS events and the expectations of this particular IMS 2025. I'd just like to touch, see, ultimately any product has only three, product or service for that matter, has three important aspects: quality, cost, and delivery. The second aspect for all of us to be successful and for the show to be successful is exposure to the opportunity and making the right contacts at the right time. Any exhibition will facilitate that, and IMS, because of its focus on aerospace and defense, perhaps will bring a razor-sharp focus to these two industries that today are currently in great focus thanks to two aspects: the global situation that is happening. Second, the recent Operation Sindoor, wherein which many of the people who are associated here, the companies that are associated here, be they private, public sectors, government organizations, and the hundreds or thousands of MSME participants who have played their roles. Friends, we are moving from globalization to globalization or regionalization. So, what happened in the automotive sector, what happened in the die and mold sector is perhaps happening in a faster space in the defense and in the aerospace organization. So given the current context, given the current focus of this particular show to these specific areas, I believe is opportunity knocking on the doors of many MSME visitors, participants who are looking at showcasing what they are capable of at this particular show. So, I believe in doing this, they are creating and opening up a wider platform that will help us help the bigger units and help India in the manufacturing space, which will aid moving the role and contribution of manufacturing from the current whatever 14, 15, 16% to the GDP to what we are looking at 25, 30. So many things have happened. Make in India is happening. Make in India for defense and aerospace is the sharpened focus. So I would urge all of us to look at this show very, very seriously and look at this as a new opportunity that is opening up And the biggest power comes when there is focus. And if, as we have been seeing, defense, aerospace is the focus of this show, let us be there and let us make ourselves successful by making the show successful and making India successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramesh, for a thought-provoking address. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Kanaka Madam from BFW. Yeah, please accept a bouquet. And also from BCIC, Mr. Jairam. Jairam Morelidreya. We now move on as the bouquets are being given away. I would now request the Chief Executive Officer of Globals, Shri Suhas Gopinath, to address us. And Rupa Rani also will accept a bouquet in the meantime. Founder, President of the Women's Empowerment Organization.
Namaskar Nimelargo, and for excuse my voice because of the weather. I want to thank IMS organizers for inviting me here, and it's an absolute pleasure and also a personal honor for me because I've got two mentors on the stage. One is Manoj Jain sir and H.V.S. Krishna sir, and I think the previous speaker spoke of the impact of MSME, and ours is a tech-enabled MSME. We are into cybersecurity and cyber warfare systems, and I think the best example of power of MSME is when we all saw in the news when in Operation Sindoor, one of the missile debris had an MSME company's logo in it. And I think it's probably the impact of MSMEs have had. And I think as a beneficiary of actually partnering with one of the PSUs, I can fully second and actually echo Mr. Manoj Jain. What he mentioned was, I think the mindset has completely changed, and the prejudice to work with MSMEs have also evolved right now. So I think as a partner with Bell, when we signed an agreement with Bharat Electronics as part of the Bandhan program, which was on the sidelines of Aero India 2023, and I think I'm extremely thankful for organizations like Bell, which is able to recognize small companies like ours or the startups to collaborate. And I've had the privilege to working with Bell on multiple projects, and I think and our projects are extremely small in size, but I've seen I think PSU's mindset have actually completely evolved where they put supplier first. So if my payment is stuck, or in case if they would like to collaborate with me in terms of R&D, I think that openness has come up, and the PSUs are no more working in silos. And I think platform like IMS 2025 is actually a platform for MSMEs to collaborate with these PSUs. And I've seen, I think before Operation Sindoor as well, we've seen the openness within Ministry of Defense, and we've been working with multiple agencies, and I think the prejudice is completely gone, and I think the policies around IDEX or we've had this Indian Navy's research organization called VESI, which has started an outreach program to contact MSMEs for, it could be for R&D or for Indian Navy supply. So I think, I think platform like IMS is excellent for MSMEs and also startups to collaborate. I've also made a request to Laghu Udyog Bharati that I hope within IMS 2025 they can also launch an incubator on smart manufacturing, or it could be focused with related to AI. And as a technology entrepreneur, my only appeal to the MSMEs over here is to embrace the new technologies that's coming in, and it could be for your own, say, internal operations, or to increase the productivity. And I'm also a beneficiary of embracing technologies of AI, where I've also seen some of my employees using AI, where I could see those emails asking for hike has also improved a lot because it's with a better English, and and it's able to make better rational, and the proposals qualities have gone up. And yeah, I think it could be in your sales and marketing, HR function, or for your own operations or the production. It's very, very important to embrace new technologies, and I think in IMS 2025, as you saw the brochure as well, is that it says it says making India future ready, and I think it's very important for MSMEs to be future proof, and yeah, and to constantly innovate with this. And as mentioned by the CEO of Alpha Designs, as mentioned by Sir, is that most important is across collaboration, and my also request for the larger industries like Bell, HL is also that maybe in platforms like IMS 2025, if they're also able to share their problem areas or those areas that they intend to work, so that they could, at least MSMEs are able to innovate in that direction. And yeah, with the macroeconomic condition, it's very, very important for MSMEs to stand united, so that the captive market within India is so massive, and in case if we have any export restrictions, it's more important that we actually collaborate with at least larger industries, and to innovate and to grow. With this, I would want to thank the organizers for inviting me, and I wish IMS 2025 and wonderful success. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, several suggestions towards making it bigger and better. Let's give a round of applause once again to Suhas for a forward-thinking address. Indeed. Thank you. As was announced earlier, we have a message from the Honorable Union Minister of State for Defence, Shri Sanjay Seth. Let's have the video address, please.
Namaskar. Good morning. IMS 2025 उसके कर्टेन के कार्यक्रम में आप सबका अभिनंदन, स्वागत है। और यह कार्यक्रम इंडिजिनस, आत्मनिर्भर, जहां देश आत्मनिर्भर हो रहा है, रक्षा विभाग मंत्रालय आत्मनिर्भर हो रहा है, और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का संकल्प कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत और 2047 विकसित भारत, और विकसित भारत के लिए 140 करोड़ देशवासी मेहनत और लगन से लगे हैं। रक्षा मंत्रालय आत्मनिर्भर भारत से और पूरे इंडिजिनस सिस्टम से हमने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की विजय प्राप्त की। दुनिया ऑपरेशन सिंदूर को सराह रही है, और वो भी इसलिए कि हमने अपने इंडिजिनस सिस्टम से इतनी बड़ी विजय प्राप्त की। हमारे आदरणीय रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह जी के मोटिवेशन से आज रक्षा मंत्रालय, पूरा तीनों सेनाएं हमारी आत्मनिर्भर हो रही हैं। और आप ये बड़ा कार्यक्रम लघु उद्योग भारती के द्वारा, जो नवंबर महीने में 6, 7, 8 नवंबर को होना है, मेरी ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। मेरे को अफसोस है मैं आपके बीच में नहीं रह पा रहा हूं, मेरा कार्यक्रम था, किंतु आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी देश के करोड़ों किसानों को 20वीं किस्त जारी करने वाले हैं, जो 6,000 रुपए साल हमारे अन्नदाताओं को प्रधानमंत्री जी किस्त के रूप में देते हैं। हमको रांची रहना है, तो मैं आपके बीच में नहीं रह पा रहा हूं, मेरे को अफसोस है।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. Let's give a round of applause and thank and the strength of this clapping will be conveyed to the Honorable Minister by Shri H.V.S. Krishna, that we really missed him. Yes. Okay, now I would request the member of advisory board for IMS 2025 and founder of My Home India, Shri Sunil Devdarji, to address all of us. Put your hands together and swagat kijiye Shri Sunil Devdar.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನಗೆ कन्नड़ बरोदिल्ल. मैंने जब तृतीय वर्ष का ट्रेनिंग किया तो कन्नड़ा गीत सीखा हम सब आरएसएस में से ही निकले हैं। कृष्णा जी है, हम है, लघु उद्योग भारती है। भेदभाव बिट्टू बन्नी मिट्टी बन्नी दीनते, प्रांत जाति पंथ पक्ष किंतु मुख्य एकते, राष्ट्रभक्ति नित्यऊ, हिंदू राष्ट्र सत्यऊ, माड़ी सबड़ गुड़सी सत संकल्पवा। बराबर है ना कन्नड़ी? थोड़ा थोड़ा थोड़ा। अरे सिट्टी विट्टी मारने वाले भी है क्या? मजा आ गया। इंग्लिश बरोते मूड नहीं है। लेकिन मंच पर विराजमान मनोज जैन जी, सीएमडी बीईएल भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लिमिटेड, एवीएम श्री ऋषि सेठ जी। देखिए, एक सेठ आने वाले थे, वो नहीं आए। निराश होने का कारण नहीं, दूसरे सेठ बैठे हुए हैं यहां पर। और सेठ के बिना ये सब प्रोग्राम सक्सेसफुल नहीं होते। सेठ के पास तेलुगु में बोलते डब्बुलू होता है। कर्नल एचएस शंकर जी जो सीएमडी है अल्फा डिजाइन टेक्नोलॉजीज के, टीके रमेश जी जो एमडी है एस डिजाइनर्स लिमिटेड के, सुहास गोपीनाथ सीईओ ग्लोबल के, सबसे युवा है। आपको अगर न्यू इंडिया देखना है तो आप सुहास जी में देखिए। मामूली आदमी नहीं है, बहुत हाईली टैलेंटेड व्यक्ति है। और ऑफ कोर्स एचवीएस कृष्णा जी, जिनके कारण मैं यहां पर हूं। नारायण प्रसन्ना जी जो लघु उद्योग भारती कर्नाटका के प्रेसिडेंट है, और श्रीनिवास जी, एमजी श्रीनिवास जी जो डायरेक्टर है इंडिया एक्सपोजिशन मार्ट लिमिटेड के। और सामने भी सभी डिग्निटरीज बैठे हुए, बड़े बड़े लोग बैठे हुए। सबसे पहले मैं बड़े हर्ष के साथ बताना चाहूंगा कि ऑपरेशन सिंदूर एक सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन है। हमारे देश में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड है, पॉलिटिकली फ्रस्ट्रेटेड भी है, और इसलिए वो चिल्ला चिल्ला कर बोल रहे हैं कि ये सक्सेसफुल नहीं है। पार्लियामेंट के 2-3 दिन उन्होंने खाए, हम सब लोगों ने देखे। लेकिन ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर अगर सक्सेसफुल हुआ है तो उस सक्सेस में जिनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है, ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग यहां पर बैठे हुए हैं। तो इन सब के लिए आप लोग तालियां बजाइए एक बार। दे हैव मेड ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सक्सेसफुल। साइबर सिक्योरिटी से लेकर हमारे मनोज जी तक, और यहां पर बैठे हुए सेठ जी से लेकर सब लोगों का कुछ ना कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन भारत को सुरक्षित रखने में ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के सक्सेस में है। और ये ऐसा ऑपरेशन हुआ है कि आप लिख लीजिए, आने वाले कम से कम 15-20 साल पाकिस्तान भारत को कभी न्यूक अटैक की धमकी देने की पोजीशन में ही नहीं रहा है। और इसमें इन लोगों का हाथ है, इसलिए मैं आप लोगों को प्रणाम करता हूं। सबको 10-10 मिनट दिए थे, कोई 2 मिनट बोला, कोई 4 मिनट बोला, तो उन सबका टाइम मैं ले लेता हूं थोड़ा सा। और in my introduction it was not told that I am basically MSc B.Ed and I was a teacher in school, higher secondary school. So being a teacher, I have bad habit, unless and until bell rings I don't stop my speech. And they are all gentlemen, they have not organized any bell over here. And I am into politics as well. I was National Secretary of Bharatiya Janata Party for 5 years. In politics, everyone wants mic and nobody wants to leave mic. सब लोग सिर्फ टांग ही नहीं खींचते हैं, कुर्ता भी खींचते हैं पीछे से। बैठ जा बैठ जा। इनका डिस्टेंस भी लंबा है और सब सज्जन है, तो ये कोई करेंगे नहीं। लेकिन आप लोगों को रिलीफ ये है कि इसके बाद में इमीडिएटली भोजन करना है सबको, और भोजन मुझे भी करना है और भूख मुझे भी लगी हुई है, इसलिए मैं जल्दी छोड़ दूंगा। बहुत कुछ मैं लिख कर लाया था, लेकिन इतना सब बताने के बजाय आपने कहा मनोज जी पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, ये कर्टन रेजर प्रोग्राम है। एक्चुअली ये पर्दा मेरे हाथों उठने वाला नहीं था। ये ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर संजय सेठ जी यहां आने वाले थे, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर शोभा जी यहां आने वाली थी, लेकिन ऊपर में बैठे मोदी जी, और वो जब बताते हैं तब वो सब लोगों के लिए एक ऐसी चीज हो जाती है कि बाकी सब बाजू में रखकर वो करना हमारी प्रायोरिटी बन जाती है, और बननी ही चाहिए। क्योंकि अगर लास्ट 11 इयर्स में सबसे बड़ी अगर कोई बात हुई है जिसे आप सब लोग एग्री करेंगे, भारत का कॉन्फिडेंस नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने रीगेन किया है। एम आई राइट? एम आई राइट? 10 साल के यूपीए गवर्नमेंट में अगर कोई लॉस था तो कॉन्फिडेंस चला गया था इस देश के ऊपर। इस देश में जो इंडस्ट्रीज थी, लोग बेचकर बंद करने का सोच रहे थे, विदेश चले जाने का सोच रहे थे, लेकिन हमारी इंडस्ट्री का, भले वो लार्ज स्केल हो, स्मॉल स्केल हो, हेवी हो, लाइट हो, कुटीरोद्योग हो, इंडस्ट्री का कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया। ये भारत के अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस आया, और विदेशों में जो भारतीय रहते हैं उनके प्रति देखने का, विदेश का रिस्पेक्ट बढ़ गया। पहले बोलते थे इंडियंस, अभी बोलते इंडियंस। ये फर्क आया है कि नहीं? नहीं आया? आप बताइए। आपकी तालियां बताएंगी कि ये डिफरेंस आया है। अगर आपकी तालियां नहीं है तो मैं मानूंगा ये डिफरेंस नहीं आया है। भोजन हो जाता तो तालियों की आवाज जरा ज्यादा बड़ी होती है, कैन अंडरस्टैंड, नो प्रॉब्लम। लेकिन ये सत्य है। मोदी जी खुद बताते हैं, ही ऑलवेज टेल्स, we also commit mistakes, but intention is never wrong. हम intentionally mistakes नहीं करते, और mistakes से हम सीखते भी हैं और हम change भी कर लेते हैं अपने आप को। इतने खुले दिल से बताने वाला प्राइम मिनिस्टर कहां मिलेगा आप लोगों को? हमारा गौरव है। और आज किसान सम्मान निधि का इंस्टॉलमेंट देने वाले थे, इसलिए दोनों मिनिस्टर्स आ नहीं सके। तो फायदा किसका हुआ? किसानों का हुआ, और यहां पर मेरा हो गया फायदा, क्योंकि मेरे हाथों ये करना पड़ा। आरएसएस के प्रोग्राम में ऐसे ही हुआ था, मैं पीछे बैठा हुआ था और जो स्पीकर था वो आया नहीं था, तो सडनली किसको बुलाएं? तो मैं थोड़ा ठीक ठाक बोलता हूं, ये अब तक आपके समझ में आ ही गया होगा। तो जो ऑर्गेनाइजर थे उन्होंने कहा, नाउ इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस स्पीकर हु हैज नॉट कम, सुनील देवधर विल गिव स्पीच। तो मैं कहा था, डर गया, एकदम खड़ा रह गया, जाने लगा। तो पीछे बैठे हुए ने मेरा हाथ खींचा, बैठ, आरएसएस के प्रोग्राम में बीच बीच में उठते नहीं है। मैंने बताया, भैया मैं ही सुनील देवधर हूं जिसको स्पीच देने के लिए बुलाया है। लेकिन यहां इतना बुरा वक्त इसलिए नहीं आया क्योंकि मेरा नाम डायस पर पहले ही था। ये कृष्णा जी का बहुत बड़ा दिल है। हम दोनों गए थे संजय सेठ जी के पास और उनको इनवाइट करने के लिए, वो आने वाले थे। एंड संजय सेठ हैज एश्योर्ड, एनी प्रोग्राम यू ऑर्गेनाइज अगेन एंड आई विल बी देयर अदर देन दिस IMS, उसमें तो आएंगे ही। सो इन दिस 2-3 months period, if you organize any meeting regarding our show, he will definitely come, I assure. And as you have made me patron of this organization, I am extending my wholehearted support to this organization 100%, and not only to this organization, but all the participants. If you are in trouble, you can remember Sunil Devdar in Delhi. क्योंकि ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की नीति है. आई एग्री, आपका काम आसान नहीं है. मोदी जी ने बहुत कुछ दिया है, उन्होंने दिया है, लेकिन लेने वालों के बीच में बहुत सारे हर्डल्स हैं, मुझे मालूम है. और वो इंडिपेंडेंस से लेकर मोदी जी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनने तक जो गलत आदतें लोगों को लगी है, रॉन्ग हैबिट्स जो लगी है, उन रॉन्ग हैबिट से लोग अभी भी निकलते नहीं है. ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये मोदी जी भी जानते हैं, हम लोग भी जानते हैं. आप लोग तो उसको झेल रहे, यू आर सफरिंग, आई नो, बट वी ऑल पार्टी वर्कर्स आर ऑलवेज विथ यू. यू कैन एनी टाइम कॉल एंड सीक अवर हेल्प, एंड वी आर देयर 24/7. साथियों, हमारे इस IMS इंडिया मैन्युफैक्चरिंग शो का फायदा क्या होता है? तो ये ग्लोबली लोग आते हैं, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. अच्छा, एक बात मैं बताना चाहूंगा, नाम तो लघु उद्योग भारती है, ये लघु उद्योग भारती का विशाल उद्योग जो है वो ये IMS है. और ऐसा कोई भी IMS जैसा शो पूरे भारत का कोई भी यूनिट लघु उद्योग भारती का नहीं करता है. कर्नाटका ने यह शुरू किया है, और इसलिए कर्नाटका लघु उद्योग भारती को हम सब लोगों ने धन्यवाद देना चाहिए. इनके कारण यह होता है. और आपने कहा मनोज जी पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, इतने सारे लोग आए हैं, इधर ही आए हैं, तो 6, 7, 8 नवंबर में क्या होगा? मुझे तो याद आता है लता जी का गाना, जब रात है ऐसी मतवाली तो सुबह का आलम क्या होगा. इससे क्या होता है, हमारे डोमेस्टिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैपेबिलिटीज, इंडियन कंपनीज को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स, इनोवेशंस, ये ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म बन गया है आपका. और मुझे सुनकर बहुत खुशी हुई, और आपको भी सुनकर खुशी होगी कि इन्होंने तय किया है, किसी ने भाषण में बताया भी, कि इसको अभी ये दुनिया के स्तर पर लेकर जाना चाहते हैं. और पूरी दुनिया के साथ भारतीय इंडस्ट्रीज, खास करके MSMEs को फोकस करके दुनिया के पास लेकर जाने का भी इनका ड्रीम है. 3-4 साल में आपने कहा है, लेकिन मैं आपको 3-4 साल इतना टाइम देने के लिए तैयार नहीं हूं. जल्द से जल्द 1-2 साल में ही इसके बारे में सोचिए. और बड़े बड़े देश छोड़ दीजिए, बड़े बड़े देशों की बड़ी बड़ी बातें होते हैं, उनके राष्ट्राध्यक्ष बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं, वो बड़े बड़े टैरिफ भी लगाते हैं, उनको छोड़ दीजिए. आप जो है ना अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज पर फोकस कीजिए. आप तो माली के काउंसिल है, ऐसे यहां पर आप जाएंगे ना, बहुत बिजनेस आप लोगों को मिलेगा. इन्होंने, कृष्णा जी ने माली देश के साथ जो काम किया, और जो हैंडलूम का, जो कॉटन का, टेक्सटाइल का जो आपने एक्सपोजर उधर दिलाया, उन लोगों को बुलाया, और वो तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका सब जगह पर घूमकर देखे, और इतने इम्प्रेस्ड हो गए माली देश के लोग कि उन्होंने इनको माली का काउंसिल बनाया. अदरवाइज काउंसिल्स कैसे बनते हैं आप सब लोगों को मालूम है, मैं ज्यादा बोलूंगा नहीं उसके बारे में, लेकिन ये आपका क्रेडिट है. और इसको लेकर आप इसको दुनिया में लेकर जाइए, इन सब लोगों को बेनिफिट होगा. ये कोष तोड़ दीजिए, और मोदी गवर्नमेंट तो तैयार बैठी हुई है आप लोगों के लिए. मोदी जी ने एक बहुत बड़ा काम किया आप लोगों के लिए. वैसे बहुत काम किए, मैं सब नहीं गिनाऊंगा, लेकिन जब कोविड आया, कोविड के समय सारी दुनिया ने ऐसे समझ लिया कि भारत तो अब खत्म हो जाएगा. सबसे पहले तो भारत मरेगा, इकोनॉमी तो खत्म ही हो जाएगी, लेकिन भारत के लोग भी मर जाएंगे. पहली बार भारत ने अपना खुद का वैक्सीन बनाया, अब तक मैं बहुत ज्यादा पॉलिटिक्स नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन किए बगैर रह भी नहीं सकता। हाल ही में, कल ही, yesterday only, Rahul Gandhi has said that Indian economy is dead. Actually, Indian economy is not dead. Economy of Gandhi family, which was based on corruption, it is dead for last 11 years. The problem of Rahul Gandhi is that. बीमारी आई हो, आप लोगों को मालूम रहना चाहिए कि the minimum time taken for a vaccine to reach India after pandemic was 20 years. And we were dependent upon the big countries, and they too sold their vaccine at higher cost. And the maximum time taken for a vaccine to reach India was 35 years. Just think, मोदी जी ने अगर नहीं सोचा होता कि हम इंडिया में वैक्सीन बनाएंगे और हम इंतजार करते कि कोई हमें वैक्सीन देता, कम से कम 1 करोड़ लोग और मरते, मिनिमम 1 करोड़ डेथ होती हमारे देश में। मोदी ने कहा कि भारत वैक्सीन बनाएगा। ये मेक इन इंडिया नहीं है, ये मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन है। और पूरे भारत को उन्होंने दिया वैक्सीन, 225 करोड़ वैक्सीन दिए हैं। मैं आपको उल्टा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं, अगर नरेंद्र मोदी मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन नहीं बनाते तो दुनिया का ऐसा कौन सा मायका लाल देश है जो भारत को 225 करोड़ वैक्सीन देता? कौन देता? दे आर नॉट एबल टू वैक्सीनेट देयर ओन कंट्री, तो हमको कौन देता? तो कभी ये सब बातें भूलिएगा नहीं, और खास करके इलेक्शंस के समय तो बिल्कुल मत भूलिएगा, याद रखिएगा कि हमें बचाया है उस व्यक्ति ने, 100 देशों को बचाया है। अच्छा, आप सब लोग बहुत बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, तो आप लोगों के नियरेस्ट डियरेस्ट लोग सब विदेश में होंगे 100%। कोई देश ऐसा नहीं था कि जिन्होंने अपने पॉपुलेशन को ओन किया जो दूसरे देश में रहते थे। ओनली मोदी, ओनली इंडिया। आपको पता है 1,97 lakh Indians were brought from different countries to India under Vande Bharat mission. 1,97 lakh. And that is the highest population transfer ever in the world. And that too आसमान से। आसमान से आया फरिश्ता प्यार का सबक सिखलाने नहीं, जिंदगी बचाने। And we should know that 1,80,000 flights were operated by India to bring all these people. 1,80,000 फ्लाइट्स उड़ाई है। आप लोगों के याद करके देखिए कौन कौन आए वहां से, सबको लेकर आए। बहुत सारे देश थे कि जो नहीं कर सकते थे, विमान उनके देश के ऊपर से जाते थे। मोदी को रिक्वेस्ट किए कि आप तो जा ही रहे, हमारे देश के लोग वहां फंसे हुए हैं, थोड़ा सा यहां पर ड्रॉप करके चले जाइए। मोदी जी ने ऐसे सैकड़ों देशों के लोगों को भी ड्रॉप करके हमारे यहां आने का काम किया है। वसुदैव कुटुंबकम सिर्फ भाषण नहीं है, नारा नहीं है, कैरेक्टर है भारत का। और यह कैरेक्टर तब प्रकट होता है जब नरेंद्र मोदी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनते हैं। G20 ने कितना फायदा किया है आप लोग थोड़ा इमेजिन कीजिए। G20 में आते थे तो 2-4 शहरों में आकर चले जाते थे। भारत के 55 सिटीज में G20 के लोग गए और उन्होंने छोटे छोटे शहरों की सुंदरता देखी। हर जगह पर हर जिले का एक प्रोडक्ट है, उसको दिखाने का काम किया है। कितने टूरिस्ट यहां आने की इच्छा रख रहे हैं, आप कल्पना कीजिए। कितने लोग इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए आना चाहते हैं, आप कल्पना कीजिए। $500 बिलियन का तो कम से कम हमारे 10 साल में एफडीआई बढ़ा हुआ है भारत का। राहुल गांधी ये सब देख नहीं सकते क्योंकि वो देखना नहीं चाहते, ये सुन नहीं सकते, बिकॉज ही हियर्स बट ही नेवर लिसन्स। दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ राहुल गांधी। तो इसलिए साथियों, मैं यहां लिखकर बहुत कुछ लाया था, लेकिन मैं बहुत ज्यादा बोलूंगा नहीं क्योंकि ऑलरेडी बहुत ज्यादा बोल चुका हूं। स्टार्टअप्स की बात हुई यहां पर। डू यू नो, बिफोर मोदी बिकेम प्राइम मिनिस्टर 500 स्टार्टअप्स थे मैक्सिमम इस देश के अंदर। अभी कितने हैं? 1.25 लाख स्टार्टअप्स आर देयर इन आवर कंट्री। 1.25 लाख स्टार्टअप्स। 1.25 लाख। 500 किधर है, 1.25 लाख कहां है? एनकरेजमेंट, कॉन्फिडेंस, सपोर्ट। एमएसएमईज को भी बताया है ना, 59 मिनट्स में 5 करोड़ का लोन। मोदी है तो मुमकिन है। हाँ, लेकिन इन्होंने बताया, राइटली सेड, कि डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपने पूरा रखना चाहिए। 1% भी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन नहीं है तो बड़े बड़े काम अटक जाते हैं। आप बोलेंगे नहीं हमारा डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कम है और फिर हमको 59 मिनट्स में 5 करोड़ का लोन नहीं मिलता है, तो उसके लिए मोदी रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है। हम अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से भागना नहीं है। मोदी ने हमारे लिए रास्ता खोल के रखा हुआ है। और फिर देश और दुनिया को तो वैक्सीन से बचाए, ठीक है, लेकिन इकोनॉमी को कैसे बचाया? देखिए, पूरे दुनिया की इकोनॉमी सफर हुई है, सिर्फ भारत की नहीं। लेकिन कोविड के टाइम मोदी जी ने भारत के जीडीपी के 10% का आपको 20 लाख करोड़ का आत्मनिर्भर पैकेज दिया। सबसे ज्यादा फायदा एमएसएमईज को हुआ या नहीं हुआ? दिल पे हाथ रखकर सोचिए। कहते हैं आदमी को रोज एक मछली देने के बजाय उसको मछली पकड़ना सिखाइए तो अपने आप रोज एक मछली खाएगा। कोई कहता है कि बजाय के मछली दे उसको फिशिंग रॉड दीजिए और मछली पकड़ना सिखाइए। ये 20 लाख करोड़ का आत्मनिर्भर पैकेज ये फिशिंग रॉड था जिससे आप लोग फिशिंग करना शुरू किए हैं। किसी को जमा नहीं तो वो उसकी गलती नहीं है, अड़चन है तो उसको दूर करने के लिए हम लोग हैं। 100% कभी सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलता नहीं है। आप भी पूछिए, आपको आपके घर में मिलता है क्या 100% सेटिस्फैक्शन? पत्नी से जो चाहिए वो पति को मिलता है, पति को जो चाहिए पत्नी से मिलता है, बच्चों को जो चाहिए माँ बाप से मिलता है, माँ बाप को जो चाहिए बच्चों से मिलता है। 100% कुछ नहीं होता है। मैक्सिमम क्या होता है वो देखना चाहिए, और ये मैक्सिमम अगर आपको देखना है तो मोदी जी में आप जरूर देख सकते हैं। आरएसएस 100 साल पूरे कर रहा है और लघु उद्योग भारतीय संघ के स्वयंसेवकों ने स्थापन किया हुआ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। और हम लोगों का आईएमएस का बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य है कि व्हेन आरएसएस इज गोइंग टू कंप्लीट 100 years, आवर आईएमएस दिस टाइम शो will be inaugurated at the hands of पूजनीय सरसंघ चालक मोहनराव भागवत जी। बाकी भी बहुत लोग आएंगे, लेकिन सरसंघ चालक जी का आशीर्वाद ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा आशीर्वाद है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूं। साथियों, ये एक बहुत सुंदर इनिशिएटिव है, इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए, पूरा समय इसमें दीजिए, अच्छा से अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन बनाकर दिखाए। हाँ, ये जो कर्टन रेजर के बाद जो डॉक्यूमेंट्री दिखाई ना, एक्सेलेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्री है। बनाने वालों को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। और जितनी डॉक्यूमेंट्री सुंदर है, ये तो पिछले 2 साल पहले की है, उससे ज्यादा इस साल का हो। जैसे सूरज धीरे धीरे उगते जाता है तो रोशनी ज्यादा प्रखर होती है। अभी ये कितना अपना 8th शो है ना होने वाला? नहीं, अभी जो होगा वो 7th है। तो सप्तर्षियों की तरह से ये 7वां शो सक्सेसफुल करने में आप सभी अपनी अपनी भूमिका अदा कीजिए। खुद के लिए तो जिएगा, लेकिन देश के लिए भी जिएगा, देश का नाम रोशन करेगा। कल ही लोकमान्य बाल गंगाधर तिलक जी की डेथ एनिवर्सरी होकर गई। When he came from Mandale, he was into jail for 6 years. When he came back, his wife was no more, but his son was there. And while talking to his son, he said that your mom wanted you should grow, you should go ahead in your life. Even I want you to grow in your life. If you want to start your own business, even if you want to make shoes, there is no problem, you go ahead. But see that your shoes will get demand across the globe. ये विजन जो लोकमान्य तिलक जी अपने बेटे को बताते हैं कि जूता बनाओ, लेकिन तुम्हारे जूते को दुनिया में मांग होनी चाहिए, ऐसा जूता बनाओ। इसी को मोदी जी कहते हैं, लोकल के लिए वोकल हो जाइए पहले, और लोकल को ग्लोबल बनाइए। और ऐसे लोकल को ग्लोबल बनाने की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जिनके ऊपर है, वो सब सामने बैठे हुए हैं। मैं आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामना देता हूं। और भाषण खत्म करने से पहले थोड़ा जरा देश की जय जयकार, और अपने थोड़ा सा बैठ कर बोर हो गए ना, थोड़ा हाथ वगैरह ऊपर करेंगे तो एक्सरसाइज भी हो जाएगी, और हम मातृभूमि की जय जयकार भी करेंगे। जरा सब लोग हाथ ऊपर करिए भारत माता की जय बोलने के लिए। आप सभी मेरे भाई, भारत माता की आवाज नहीं यार, भोजन तो मेरा भी नहीं हुआ है, मैं माइक बंद कर रहा हूं, है ना, होता ही नहीं, सेलो टिप लगा के रखा, इधर से बंद किया ना। भारत माता की, अब मजा आ गया। धन्यवाद।
Under the able leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India is becoming stronger and stronger. Let's give a huge round of applause. बहुत धन्यवाद sir. You have inspired a sense of confidence in the audience. बहुत धन्यवाद Shri Sunil Devdar ji. Before we all go towards the lunch arena, I would request the General Secretary of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, Shri K.M. Ravi Kumar, for words of thanks. I would request all of you to kindly stay back, because after the words of thanks, there will be national anthem. So please do not go anywhere. Please be in your seats.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka IMS Foundation, IEML, and organizing committee of India Manufacturing Show 2025, it is my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at today's curtain raiser. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guests. We are humbled by your presence and support, sir. Sri Sanjay Setu sir, Honorable Union Minister of State for Defense, but he is not physically here, but he has sent his message to make our IMS has to be successful. Thank you, sir. And Sri Sunil Devdar, Member Advisor Board of IMS 2025, Founder My Home Foundation. Sri AVM Rishi Setu, VM Indian Air Force, Commando Venkatesh Iyer, Indian Navy, Colonel Riputdaman Singh Rana, Indian Army, and Sri Manoj Jain, CMD, BEL, Colonel H.S. Shankar, VSM, retired, CMD Alpha Design Technology Private Limited, Sri T.K. Ramesh, Mr. MD, Yes Designer Limited, Sri Suhas Gopinath, CEO Global Incorporation, Sri H.V.S. Krishnaji, Chairman IMS Foundation, Sri Narayan Prasanna, President Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka, Sri M.G. Srinivas, Director IEML. Thank you all for sharing inspiring insights and highlighting the important role manufacturing plays in shaping India's future. Your words have truly set to tone for what promising to be landmark event. We also sincerely thank our partners, sponsors, and stakeholders for our unwavering support where collaborating for foundation of this invitation. To the industrial leaders, innovators, and delegates present here today, thank you for your participations and behalf in the vision of Make in India for the world. Your continued engagement is what drives this platform forward. A special note of appreciation to the organizing team, technical staff, and volunteers who work tirelessly behind the scene. Your efforts have brought this event to life with precision and professionalism. We also great thankful to our media partners and guests for helping spread word and movement of IMS 2025. We would like forward to your continued support in the main event. As we look ahead, it is clear that India is in unique position in the global stage. Our vast marketing skilled workforce and growing tech ecosystems make this one of the best time for India entrepreneurs and business to make their mark globally. Let us carry today's energy forward as we prepare for a truly impactful India Manufacturing Show 2025. I once again warmly invite industry leaders to take part and seize the date opportunities to platform offers. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
A souvenir has been made with regard to the curtain raiser. Please collect your souvenirs before you head back to your destination safely and securely. But right now, I would request all of you to kindly rise for the national anthem. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಗಾಗಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. I would now request all of you to please have lunch and get back to your destinations. Namaskara, all of you, take care, and do not forget November 6th, 7th, and 8th. See you all there. Thank you.
Once again, sir.